morning, good morning, good morning. I am so thrilled to be before you once again on this day. Remember, if this video speaks to you in any kind of way, feel free to like, comment, and share. This is Empowerment365 with Jamarr Williams. I am your host, Jamarr, with two R's Williams, and I am so thrilled to be able to give you your daily dose of motivation, inspiration, and empowerment. Without further ado, let's get started. Today is Saturday, October 24th, 2020, and today's quote is believe in the vision while also trusting in the process. I will say that once again, believe in the vision while also trusting in the actual process. Now, I have mentioned this quote a couple different times throughout this week, a couple different times throughout previous topics, and guess what? I just wanted to be able to reiterate a couple of different points. First and foremost, I wanted to remind us of what the process actually is, what it entails. Remember, the process is that series of practices that we take step by step in order to get from where we are now to a desired end result. The process is from start to finish. That process is from beginning to end. That process is that committed series of actions that we must take in order to get to that desired outcome. Or as I reminded you earlier this week, sometimes it's not all about the actions that we must take. It is all about the series of inactions we must take as well. Sometimes it is all about waiting, having perseverance to be able to endure the process to the actual end. Point number two, I wanted to talk about trusting in the actual process. Understand that throughout the process, there are going to be certain things that you simply cannot control. You cannot control the decisions that the government makes. You cannot control the weather for today. Hey, you cannot even control the person standing next to you. The only person that you can truly control is you. You can only control your decisions, your actions, your reactions, your habits, your behaviors. So guess what? Throughout the process, although there may be certain things throughout the process that may not fit your process, even though you cannot control someone else's thinking or someone else's decision making, you can control your own. You can make the decision to separate that from that of which does not fit your actual process. That's what you can control. Throughout the process, you also have to remain committed throughout every challenge that may come your way. And yes, there will be challenges that come along the way throughout the process. You have to be willing and able to trust and believe so much so in the process that even when things do not seem as if they are moving forward, even when things seem as if they are not being progressive or productive, even when things seem as if they are not working in your favor, you simply have to be committed to what you are doing throughout the process and know that it is still working to get you to that desired end result. Where you are now is meant to be a strategic positioning. I'll say that once again. Where you are now is meant to be a strategic positioning. What do you mean by that? The experience that you are enduring right now, the hardship that you may be enduring right now, it is meant to give you a certain perspective on life, on your purpose. It is meant to feed your actual purpose, and if placed in the proper perspective, that can be used to fuel your desired outcome. That can be used to fuel your actual purpose, your actual passion. It can be used to fuel what it is that you wish to serve for this world, your actual greatness, and being a part of the greater part of tomorrow. So let me illustrate that a little further. Some of you may have endured things like incarceration. Some of you may have endured things like drug abuse. Guess what? That, even though it may have been a very difficult time for you in your life, that could have been a strategic positioning to set you up for your actual purpose. That's what I mean by where you are now being a strategic positioning. Let's not look at things as being a hardship, but look at it as being a part of the strategic end result. All right. Thirdly, let's talk about believing in the vision. Now, I'm going to challenge us with this actual rhetorical question. Ask yourself the question, how were you given your vision? Each of us have a vision. Each of us have dreams and goals and aspirations. Each of us have a purpose and a greatness, a unique greatness on the inside of us that is ready and needed to be shared with the rest of the world. Well, guess what? How were you granted access to that greatness? How were you granted access to that vision? Was it through a dream? Was it through a particular experience that you had to endure? Was it through some type of relationship that you endured throughout your lifetime? Was it through some type of reality that you had to go through in order to know what your purpose was. Well, guess what? Hold on to that, because not only throughout the process will we have to be reminded of our purpose, but we'll need to be reminded every now and then how we got to that purpose in the first place. So remember that believing in that vision is not only about holding on to that vision, but also holding on to what brought you to that vision. All right. It is your birthright. That vision is your birthright because it belongs to you. Share that with the rest of the world. All right. I'm going to leave us with this charge. It's a little different from what I've been saying. As far as believing in that vision and trusting in the process, I challenge you today. Create yourself a vision board. This is something one of my business advisors actually shared with me. They created themselves a business board. Basically, they took a big poster and they either posted it somewhere in their office, or they posted somewhere in their living room or in their bedroom, and they wrote down what their actual vision was. If you visualize yourself becoming a doctor, write down your goal. I want to be a doctor. And then underneath that, you're going to write down not only the list of steps that you need to take in order to get to that desired end result, you're going to also write down on that vision board throughout that process the things you want to accomplish. Maybe you want to travel the world. Maybe you want to be able to receive. Someone told me the other day they want to receive the Pulitzer Award for one of the books that they write. Hey, write that down. I guarantee you it is nothing less than possible. Excuse me. Write it down on that vision board and believe that it can happen. And every day that you wake up, every day that you commit to your day, commit to the actions that you're putting forth in your day, look at that vision board. Allow it to remind you of why you are working on that desired end result. I challenge you to do that today. Guess what? It will serve as a reminder as to why you need to do what? Believe in the vision and also trust in the process. This has been Empowerment 365 with Jamarr Williams. I am your host, Jamarr, with two R's, signing off.